Mr. Dixon, thank you for being here. My name is Noel Sinaga. I am an American by birth, Indonesian by blood, and now a Texan by grace, right? And you said earlier, very interestingly, that you're in the business of making memories. And a little true story, when I first moved here from Indonesia in 2014, Citibank brought me and my family. First Indonesian couple introduces us to, we call it the Texan Wells. So there's an Indonesian Wells ice cream, and he introduced me to the Dutch chocolate ice cream, because Indonesian and the Dutch were very close with each other. Amazing taste. Thank you so much for that. But my question is actually a follow-up to my brother's question here. You talked earlier about purpose over promotion. Would you mind just giving us a story of a series of events that led you to that conclusion that where God placed you here is for purpose and not merely a promotion?
Yeah, I think that, again, I'll go back to that as an example, but it could be timing isn't right. And so the purpose is maybe bigger from a God perspective than from a human perspective. For me, in that moment, I'd already answered all the boxes. I'm going to get promoted and we're going to grow, and these are the things that we're going to do. And yet, I wasn't even close to the timeline of what was taking place. And what I didn't mention is we went into Oklahoma, we also went into Louisiana. And then Louisiana, because of the ripple effect, took us into Mississippi and then Alabama and then Florida. So actually going east, things were picking up and going at a whole lot, I want to say more rapidly than what was taking place in the area where I was at. But I'm sure, and I'm not trying to draw a blank on this, but at the same time, I think that it's interesting in your prayer life, especially if you journal, to put those down. And then what I try to do is look at it, God, I almost want to put this in your timing as well. This is what I'm asking for today, but I'm going to trust you with the time of this. So you want to balance the two, meaning that, God, I want patience, I want it now type of thing. But at the same time, I think that he, a lot of times, I don't want to say stalls, that's not the right word, but he allows the maturing of that period, whether it be the answer, to be able to develop you to when you get to that point, you're ready for the answer. Because there's times where I may not have been ready for the answer. So hopefully that answered your question. Good question, though.
One thing about promotion, I can't remember the address exactly, you might be able to help me out, but he says, not from the east, nor from the west, nor from the desert comes exaltation. But God is a judge. He puts one down and raises another. So that verse sets for me, who's going to promote you? He's going to put you where he wants you when he wants you.
Right.
And not the company or the people, but God's going to put it in those people's heart to bring you into that position to be where he wants you to be. So if you get on purpose to begin with in your life, your professional life will not necessarily be like this climbing deal, but it'll be very purposeful, and God will take care of your needs in the process.